So next, we're going to talk about how to be your own medium. Now, this is inspired by my very good friend, Kathy Behrens, who most of you who know me know. Kathy and I have worked together on a lot of projects. We've done a lot of readings and a lot of galleries together. And she always says this, and it's not that I'm not already aware of it. It's just she always brings it to mind that you can be your own medium. Anybody can connect with their loved ones in spirit. You don't need to book mediumship readings all the time. And I know that sounds crazy coming from somebody who is a professional medium, but you can learn to connect with your loved ones in spirit on your own. And you can go right to my website right now, click the button in the middle and at the top, and it swirls around a little, and it's like purple and orange, and it pops right open, your free guide to being your own medium. And then so the caveat to that is, if you do start communicating with spirit, you must have discernment between what you are hearing, feeling, seeing, sensing, and what you want to feel, hear, and sense. So you have to, I always say this to people, you have to, I would say, if I was communicating with my mom in spirit, if I asked her, should I buy a Lamborghini, which I would never do, honestly, but, and I asked her that, and if she said yes, I would know, oh, that's not her talking, right? So you have to know, what advice would a loved one in spirit give me, or what signs would a loved one in spirit give me, versus what do I want to hear? What do I want to see, right? So you have to really be careful and not really go, you don't want to detach from reality, because some people can have some psychological issues if they go too deep without staying grounded. So just be aware of that. And then you can also, next Wednesday, I am releasing the full digital course of Be Your Own Medium on my website. And it will go on Amazon, but it takes a little longer for them to approve the draft. But it's a digital course, just like my other Mediumship 101 course. This is how to be your own medium, just to connect with your own loved ones, not to become a medium for other people. So that's on my website for pre-order right now. All right. So do you guys want to talk about, oh, we got some more comments. Kimmy Cat, these ring cameras definitely pick up stuff. Lots of orbs, very active. Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of these ring cams where like a mountain lion walks up to somebody's ring camera and has a domestic cat on its back, and the cat hops off. I've seen them with wolves, and I've seen an alligator with a cat on its back. Like, what is happening? We are so ignorant to what's actually happening out with these animals outside. It's crazy. Okay, so let's talk about how to be your own medium. You can connect with spirit anytime you want. No appointment necessary. It does sound crazy that I'm saying that. So, what is the first step? Now, those of you who follow me, know I do meditation for non-meditators every Monday, because not everybody's a good meditator. I wasn't, and that's what inspired me to do it. But meditation is the first step. We have to quiet our minds in order to allow ourselves to make the connection. We're not going to make a proper connection, a consistent connection, unless you quiet your mind and have the ability to connect. And that starts with meditation. Vivian said, any concern of coming into contact with people of lower vibrations on or around 8/8? There are people who really drain me when they come near me. Girl, I don't think it's just on 8/8. I think that's all the time. Boundaries, 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 boundaries. You do not have to go around those people. You can configure your life to where you present yourself in a loving and diplomatic manner and say, let's say you go around somebody who gossips all the time or who's very judgmental and they're just draining you and you just don't want to hear it anymore. You can just say in a loving manner, if they start talking trash about somebody, you can just say, you can just like change the subject. I do this a lot because I know some people who are very judgmental and very draining. And they'll be saying, look at that so-and-so, so-and-so. And I'll go, oh my gosh, look how pretty that cloud is. And I'll just like change the subject to something positive. And that always works. If you're too uncomfortable to say, I don't really want to engage in that conversation, because some people I'll say that to, I'm not engaging in that anymore. Or just, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to judge people. And sometimes just based on the mood of the person that's talking, sometimes I'll just say, oh my gosh, that cloud is so prettier. Did you see that car? That car had a beautiful blue color on it. Something to just divert it. Because when you say something positive to somebody who's saying something negative, but you're not attacking them, it can really shift them out of that mindset and save yourself at the same time. Yeah, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And I don't think it's just 8/8. I think people are draining 365 all the time. So meditation, step 1, meditation. Even if it's 30 seconds while you're taking a pee, meditate, clear your mind. Go look at my playlist, meditation playlist on YouTube. Kimmy Cat, do you have a daily ritual of protection and intuitive? Give me a script, and I do it every day to put a bubble of protection around me. It so works. It does work. I don't do it daily because I work from home. So I'm home 6 days a week, usually, working between this and my other job. And I live in a place that I don't really know a lot of people. And I'm a homebody. Like I'm a total homebody. So I'm like, whatever, I like it here. But that bubble of protection works so much. When I do need it, I do use it. Absolutely. Just imagine a bubble of protection. And I've also used this technique. And I can't remember where I learned it. It might have been on Oprah, 20 or 30 years ago. Somebody on her show, I think. You can also, I use this with a very toxic woman I worked with. You can also put mirrors around you facing out and imagine everything negative they say, the mirror projects it back onto them in a way, and it protects you. So I've used the bubble of protection and the mirrors depending on the situation. Trent says, I'm very honest and tell people, yep, that you don't want to talk about it. Yep, absolutely. I use it situationally depending on who the person is. Vivian, yeah, I've tried changing subjects or not responding. There are folks who have no awareness, absolutely no awareness. And sometimes you just have to start limiting the time. And I know sometimes we're forced into being around people that you don't want to be around. Carol, positive vibrations, breathe out the negative. I say this to my family all the time. Yep. Hi, Julie, word girl. Hello. Okay, so first step in being your own medium, meditation. I'm going to go through the steps real quick and then I'll come back to the questions. Step 1, meditation. We must be able to clear our minds to a certain degree to where we can discern what our voice sounds like in our mind. So remember, you can go to my YouTube channel, to my meditation playlist, and learn all about how to meditate if you're not a good meditator. Step 1, meditation. Step 2, start a relationship with your spirit guide. And again, you can go to my website and get your free guide to finding your spirit guide. It's very good. It's very valuable, and it has links to videos. Some of the videos are a little older, so they're not as polished, but that's okay. The information's still valuable. So build a relationship with your spirit guide. It's essential to understand that your spirit guide is there to help guide you and move you through these issues in your life, whatever they are, and help you in the mourning process if you're mourning a loved one. Step 3, sit in the power. Sitting in the power is like a meditation, but sitting in the power is where you are elevating your awareness and inviting your loved ones in. You can invite your spirit guides in. You can invite your loved ones and spirit in to your awareness you've opened above your head. So our chakras go up and up and up, right? And the higher the chakra, the crown chakra, up above there, you open this bubble of awareness. It can be a square, it can be a triangle, whatever shape you want. Mine's kind of like a sepia oval over the top of my head when I'm connecting in spirit. So sitting in the power is like a meditation where you're breathing, lifting, expanding, and inviting loved ones in spirit to step into your awareness or your spirit guides to communicate with you. They can give you signs. They can tell you what to look out for. They can advise you on things. But you really have to do all of this in a regular schedule. You don't want to just do it willy-nilly on occasion. If you're going to do something like this, you have to commit to, I would say, at least once a week. Say, okay, on Saturday at 2 p.m. for 1 hour, I'm working on this. And you have to make it a regular practice. It's like exercising your muscles. If you only do it once a month, randomly, it's not really going to do much good. You need to make it a regular practice. And it's important because right now we need more people elevating their vibration than ever. So you're sitting in the power, you're opening your awareness, and then step 4, you're inviting your loved ones closer to come into your space, come into your awareness, come into your conscious bubble, your consciousness bubble. But make sure you have a quiet and undisturbed place. Don't do this if, the mailman's about to come up to the door and the dog is going to bark, right? Make sure you have, you have a quiet place and quiet time. Sometimes, some people in our lives, you may or may not know, will go to the bathroom for 30 or 45 minutes at a time every day. Maybe you should start doing that. Maybe if that's the only peace and quiet you get away from all the chaos, just go in the bathroom, lock the door, put your AirPods in, listen to some calming music, some hemisync, and do this. Hemisync is really good for all of this. We can talk more about that later. So you've got your bubble above your head. You're inviting your loved ones in. And then trust yourself. Don't overthink. Trust yourself. When you see your loved ones walk into your conscious awareness, thank them for being there. Greet them. Tell them you're glad they're there. Ask them questions. Tell them whatever you want to tell them. They know pretty much everything that's going on around you, but talk to them. Talk to them. I talk to my mom all the time, and she passed in 1986. So I definitely have a much healthier relationship with her now than I did when she was living, because she was dysfunctional. And she's guided me so much more since her passing.